Well, 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 look what we have here. I was browsing Twitter and I saw this post by Marvel Future Fight. If you go to www.marvelfuturefight.com/2023 tournament/EN, and I'll provide the link down below in the description for you and in the pinned comment, of course, so you can see it there yourselves and you can find it. You will be greeted with this page right here. Marvel Future Fight Best Update Tournament. Choose your favorite update that came after the Tier 4 update. A 16-team tournament features updates from V810 to V960. You must share your results in the community board for it to be officially recognized. Please refer to the event notice for details. And if we go over here and we go to the best tournament update, you'll see that that's what people are posting. They're posting the best tournament update, and then they're posting their IGN, and I believe that's the right way to do it here. Dusty Bucket, good job. And then you actually get something for that. There is the best update tournament event, which started a while ago now. I don't know how I missed it. Also, Happy New Year, guys, watching here. But you basically just post a screenshot of your top 5 updates. In this case, it was this shit was their favorite update, which is there's no hell no, there's no way. And you get some tier 3 materials and boost points. I'm not actually interested in this, although I might just post here to get the boost points. I'm actually just interested in voting on the best updates, because it's not just the best updates of the year. This is all the way back to last year when they started Tier 4. So let's go ahead and start and see how this goes. Now, there's a bit of RNG involved because the updates that you see pit against each other are not necessarily the updates you want to see pitted against each other. For example, both of these updates, in my opinion, were shit. Both of these updates were trash. I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was really bad, and I thought the Marvels update was really bad as well. I think the MCU updates this year have been a massive failure, even GOTG3, because they failed Groot, they failed to do anything for Drax, they failed to do anything for Nebula, they failed Rocket, and Star-Lord got replaced by Odin in 2 seconds, and Gamora got replaced by Spider-Gwen in 2 seconds. So, yeah. As for these updates here, I think they're both really bad. I think the Marvels gets the edge because, and I wonder what happens here if you press this little, yeah, okay, so it actually gives you, this is actually awesome. It gives you an overview of what happened in the update. So the reason why this update is probably one of the worst of the year is because, as you can see, nothing happened. They added uniforms and characters that are, by the way, all bad besides Wasp. The new Legendary Battle is, obviously, Legendary Battles are just snooze. This shit is completely boring and useless for any returning, existing players. It's only good for new and returning players, so that's a huge snooze for the player base. And then these Tier 4s and Tier 3s are also terrible. So honestly, this is one of the worst updates ever. I'm going to choose the Marvels update simply because, right? I mean, Captain Marvel and Nick Fury were pretty good, but simply because of this. Higher rewards and Alliance Battle Extreme Legend. Straight up. So yeah, have to select that one. Now we're going all the way back to the beginning of this year with the Moon Temple. This was so shit. This was really, really bad. Sector 13 Dispatch was a huge insult to players. And then Wakanda Forever. This one didn't add any good content, but it did add good characters. And I will say that the characters added here were really bad because Miles was trash and he was just like a stupid leadership for Spidey. Yeah, this was just so bad. So yeah, it's got to be Wakanda Forever. Namor is really good. M'Baku. Yeah, it was a great update. Fear itself, wow, we're going way back. They added World Boss Legend Gore, which is cool, and they added Hulk. And then Destiny of X, they added Dark Phoenix Legendary World Boss Legend, and they added Tier 4 Jean Grey. Honestly, neither one of these updates is top tier. I thought that the ABX ABL update was this one. But I guess I was confused because it's not listed here. So I'm actually going to choose Destiny of X. But if the Fear Itself update was the ABX ABL update, I would easily choose that. Easily, baby. At this point, it's all about game modes. It's not really about characters. We have Sinister Syndicate here, which was okay. You had the skill combination guide system added. This is like the, you see that the combo added. That's actually pretty good, to be honest. Midnight Suns added the team up collection. Holy shit, I hate that. They did add Man-Thing, though. Yeah, that's tough. This was kind of a mid update. This is kind of a bad update in terms of like their greediness. So I think I have to give it to Sinister Six just because it's the lesser of two evils kind of thing. Across the Spider-Verse, amazing update. Really nice. We got Kang World Boss Legend. We got new characters. We got really nice upgrades for Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. It sucks that this doesn't include mid-month updates because, yeah. Oh, this is the worst update ever. This is the worst update ever. This is the worst update ever. Just this will never win. Yep. Anything versus What If would win. Honestly, they need to rework the What If characters. They're all a disappointment. It's really, really sad. War of the Realms, special buffs for new agents. Again, like, this kind of stuff is cool, but this can't be the only thing that you add. Like, the game is not going to survive if you're only taking care of new players. Like, they should know this by now, man. They keep making this mistake. It's embarrassing after 9 fucking years. New legend difficulty in Alliance Battle. This is probably the update of the year. This is probably the best update ever. This is probably the best update ever just because of this. This was an insane amount of content that they added. Oh, yeah. This just easily crushes. This stuff added the sword system, which is good, and it added Otherworld Battle, which is actually pretty good. This added Shield Archive and Multiverse Invasion. That's tough. These are actually both pretty good. I think there's more content here overall. So although they did the characters really dirty, I think the content is good, and it's like it shows that they're still putting an effort into the game, so we're going to go with that one. This is the very first Tier 4 update. This added GBR, Dormammu. It added Tier 4 Iron Man. It has to win. It has to win. This is the new CTP and the Doctor Strange collection. This is just nothing. This was a nothing update. I mean, Cable is good and Strife is good, but otherwise this is just a cash grab for the Conquest CTP and the Doctor Strange card set to force whales to buy the collection. This update was actually very good because it added... I mean, this basically changed the game. This is what changed the game forever with Tier 4s and Dormammu GBR. So this has to be one of the best updates of all time, basically. Across the Spider-Verse and Symbiote has to be Symbiote here because of the Alliance Battle Legend. Again, changed the game. Just too good. Here, this is tough. Shit characters, but good rewards. Good characters and some content, but really nothing else. I think I'm going to go with Destiny FX, but I almost want to choose Marvel Studios because, man, reward buffs are so hard to come by. Reward buffs are so hard to come by in this game. Has to be this one. Has to be this one. Yeah, this is just such a good update, man. Holy shit. Has to be this one. Again, yeah, same reason why. Like 2 pieces of content. Are you kidding me? Like, this is one of the craziest updates. It was the anniversary update, so we know they go hard for the anniversary, but like, holy shit, bro. They added a whole game mode and a whole growth system in the same update. Crazy, crazy, crazy good stuff. Again, has to be GOTG. Ooh, okay, here's where it gets really tough now. This is the semifinals. So after this, there's only one more match, I believe, which is just the finals. Or maybe there's like the finals and the losers bracket kind of thing. But yeah, so this one added Gore and Toxin. It added 2 new characters, which is pretty crazy. It also added Legend difficulty and ABX. It added ABL, basically, which is nuts. And then Venom and Gore. That's a pretty strong update, but I think this update still wins. Because you got Iron Man, you've got Tier 4 Black Widow later on, you've got Robbie Rider Ghost Rider getting a crazy rework and the artifact, which actually makes him good. They failed on Blade, but that's basically it. I mean, 3 out of 4 for the new uniforms is amazing. If you consider how good that is, where they only missed on 1 uniform, versus this update now, What If, where they missed on all of the uniforms, besides maybe Nebula, it's crazy. But yeah, adding the whole Tier 4 system. Like, for better or for worse, the Tier 4 system really shook up the game. It makes characters valuable in different ways. It made Giant Boss Raid an actual mandatory game mode rather than just making it a meme and a shitty game mode where you went to just like dunk on Galactus in 2 seconds. So I think this is the best. I think honestly this should be the best update ever. Honestly, of the ones that we're seeing, of course. That one has to win. Oh, no, this is the finals. GOTG 3 versus Avengers Forever. So Otherworld Battle and X of Swords or Tier 4 system entirely and GBR. I think it's got to be this one, man. I think it's got to be this one. All right, so my favorite update theme was Avengers Forever. 7.1% of players agree with me. I think that's a pretty good percentage. There might be one that's higher, but remember, there's 16, right? There's 16, so this represents more than 1/16, because what is 1/16? Let's assume they all have equal weighting. 1/16 is 6.25%, 6.25%. So this is almost 1% higher than the 1/16 average. It's probably not the best update, but I think people underestimate how much this update mattered. And the thing is, like, this update introducing Tier 4, if you're choosing another update because another character got Tier 4, this update has to beat it because, like, this update, those updates don't exist. Those tier 4s don't exist without this update, right? It's kind of like what came first, you or your parents. Obviously, your parents came first. It's kind of a shit analogy. It's like 4 in the morning. I can't really be bothered to give you a better analogy. But this really started everything, right? And as much as you might be tired of GBR Dormammu, it's still a really good game mode. It's still a really good fight. It's still fun. It's still not trivial. Like, it's easy now, but it's not trivial. You know, like I can't look away from my phone because I could die unless I'm using like an immortal character like Ghost Rider. You know, and it's still mandatory over a year later, right? Like a year and a half later, it's still a mandatory game mode. Even whales have to grind this game mode every single day. So that's important to note. You know, there's a sort of equalization where it's not like whales can avoid this game mode. They have to grind this game mode. I mean, maybe like giga whales who are like buying packs, buying the whole store out every week. But even like big whales like me have to grind this game mode every day and actually prioritize boost points for this game mode. You know, that's a big deal. That's a huge change. They basically revitalized the dead game mode, which rarely happens in Marvel Future Fight, you know? Shout out to Danger Room. Shout out to, like, so many game modes that they killed. And then the tier 4s. Like, Iron Man is still a crazy tier 4. He has one of the coolest tier 4 abilities where he gets that shield. Black Widow's tier 3, honestly, is pretty cool. Her tier 4 is pretty cool as well. I think this is nice. Oh, okay, gives me my top 3. Destiny of X. Holy shit, 44%? Does that mean hold up? Does that mean Destiny of X was the second second best update for 44% of people, or is it 44% of people chose it first? If 44% of you chose Destiny of X first as the #1 update, you need like a brain surgery. That's insane. You guys are seriously choosing this just because of Jean Grey? Okay, I'm not going to make assumptions. Let me know down below in the comments or hit me up on Twitter or whatever, but that's crazy. Okay, Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, okay. Again, it seems like you guys are just choosing these. Oh, that was third. Okay, so you guys have some sense. And then you can restart it if you want. Okay, nice. So now I just screenshot this and I'm good to go. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this. I think this is a really fun thing to do. I think they should do this every year. And I think they should also do this for characters. I think they should do this for characters or for tier 4 characters at least, or whatever, new uniforms. I don't know. I think it's a really fun idea, and they should definitely do more of these things, even if there's no rewards attached. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your votes were. Go vote if you didn't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.